Hello and welcome back to whatever this is. I'm reacting to unpopular Twilight opinions that you submitted on my Instagram, again for the third time. And I'm making cake pops because I saw them on Pinterest and I've never made them before, so I'm giving it a shot. I made the cake last night because I'm a professional. I was ready and prepared for this. I'm ready. Don't take any advice from me. As far as making them goes. I will probably mess it up, inevitably, I'm sure I will. If you're not following me on Instagram, you should be, because I'm more funny there and I post regularly. This is hard. This is hard to do. Also, health queen. Okay, I had overnight oats for breakfast and I'm gonna have cake pops for lunch. Fitness and health goals. And before we get started, can I just complain about the fact that I hate recipe bloggers? Like, I don't care that your great grandma used to have to mill her own flour before she made a chocolate cake. I just want the recipe for the chocolate cake, okay? Can we all agree that having to scroll through an entire page of your family's history and genealogy is unnecessary when I just want a chocolate cake recipe, okay? Those little skip to recipe buttons should be regulated on recipe blogger websites. I don't care about Mima or Peepa, okay? I don't care that your daughter can walk. I just want to know how to make chocolate cake pops. Wanted to learn how to make red velvet cake pops, but apparently red velvet cake is just chocolate cake with red dye, and red dye is not good for you. Let's get into the first unpopular opinion. Bella would have been better off with Carlisle. No. What? No. Esme? What about Esme? You know, maybe Esme in the movies seemed a little standoffish and seemed like she was pretty easy to walk over, but I don't think book Esme would have just been like, let me just step aside for this little teenager so that my husband, who's my soulmate and perfect match for me, could, get with her. Like, maybe we're in a universe where, Esme doesn't exist. Still, I don't like it. Power dynamic, the age difference, I don't like it. Not for me. No thanks. No. The next one is that Breaking Dawn Part 1 is underrated. I'm a New Moon stan. So, I guess the wedding was, pretty nice. I just have beef with Bill Condon because he used, all of his budget on the wedding. And you can tell. Hello? The CGI Renesmee? The, Bella vampire newborn sparkling bullshit? Sure, Breaking Dawn Part 1 can be underrated. I'll let you have this one. Eclipse isn't that bad. Y'all just don't look into it enough. Or we be looking into it too much because they really do be sucking. The book, the movie, the soundtrack, all of it's whack. I didn't read the instructions on how to melt this. I'm just putting it in my microwave. How am I gonna roll these into balls? But Eclipse, the only point of Eclipse, let me get into this. The only purpose of Eclipse is to sell the love triangle. That's all it is there for. That is it. That is all she exists for. So someone who doesn't think the love triangle is worth anything is going to think Eclipse is shit. Because it is. Stop playing yourself. It's not good.
Stop it. Get some help.
I literally just finished melting my first little batch of the candy melt covering. I realized that I have to refrigerate or freeze the dough so that I can form a ball so that I can put the icing on it. So just give me a second. Look at it now. Now it's been a second and it's cold. The next unpopular opinion says that the baseball scene was cringe. It's blasphemous. We don't stand for that in my house. And we're in my house. You're not entitled to that opinion. It's not correct. It's gonna be no from me. Is this too big? No. Cake pops at Starbucks are $2.50 a piece. Is this worth $2.50? Maybe, honestly. The stick is covered in like cake juice. No, she's gonna fall off. You know, I'm gonna be honest, I did not really read the instructions on how to make this, but I don't think it should look like that. So we might just go to Starbucks. That tastes hella tight. I mean,
no. Well,
this is some wimpy ass cake pop. We're struggling. But on to the next opinion. I feel like Cullen characters should have died or should die in the next books. I see you, George R.R. Martin, Game of Thrones author. I see you. Maybe Jasper? Now, that might be juicy. This is already hard. It's so good. Why can't I do this? The next unpopular opinion, 1,000 Years just isn't that great. I'm not gonna lie, I do have like a Nom flashback every time I hear the beginning of that song because it triggers such like a deep memory in my mind. The song, if I ever get the chance to go to a wedding in person, like post panoramic, and that's the song the bride walks to down the aisle, I will get up and it'll be dramatic. Like when I stand, the chair will go, ee. Wait, everyone will be standing. I'll sit back down to get up to make that chair noise and then just like walk out. I'll be like, you said this was gonna be a classy event. Starbucks.Hoe, bitch. Starbucks.Hoe. Do you see her? I feel like my hands look gross. I'm a beauty YouTuber. It's like, yeah, this is just the newest liquid lip by Kylie Jenner. I almost called her Carly Kardashian. The next unpopular opinion says, I hate Mike Newton and find him extremely annoying. That's not unpopular. But what's funny, did you know that Michael Welch, the actor that plays Mike Newton, auditioned to be Edward? Could you imagine? I couldn't. Michael Welch, I'm not gonna lie though, he is kind of cute. Like in a golden retriever kind of way, you know? Like when you see a golden retriever, you're like, aw, he's cute. And eternally friend-zoned. I feel bad for the guy. I want a like follow-up on how Mike and Jessica are doing because we know that they got married and they have like 3 kids and they're miserable. Miserable. Because they still live in Forks. And here I am, trying to move there. Next unpopular opinion, Victoria trying to kill Bella was understandable. That's true. That's very true. I mean, like, if someone came, first of all, I'm a vampire and my husband's a vampire and he's kind of like a jerk vampire, which tracks, which is very accurate. Quentin would be, that's yes. Someone kills him, I'm like big sad about it. I'm gonna go try to get revenge. Or not. I don't know. It like makes sense though. Like if someone came and just like, even if someone just came and like hate crimed my husband, I'd still be like, don't do that. That's mean. I'm getting revenge on you. So yeah, it's understandable. I just don't like eclipse. Like if that had been the main plot line, and like I know that that's supposed to be the main plot line, but like the movie marketing made it seem like and played it up to be this like pivotal moment for the love triangle, and no, I don't like it. Not a fan. Nope. The next one is Edward breaking the bed was hot. Yes. This person says that Eclipse is better than Twilight. You good? You aight? You need help? That opinion is this, like, trash. Bella shouldn't have taken Edward back and should have been an independent vampire. That's what I've been saying all along. Could we imagine a scenario where Bella gets changed into a vampire in New Moon by Laurent in the meadow? She goes and she finds Edward crying in Brazil and is like, listen here, pussy ass bitch. I still love you, but like, you need to work on yourself. You need to be better. Grow up. This whole year older than I am than you, done a lot. Mature. Everyone looked the best in Twilight except for maybe Jacob. I will say Jacob's Twilight wig was worse than his New Moon wig. His New Moon wig looked more authentic, like it looked like real hair. Whereas the Twilight wig with the like McDonald's arches on the front of his temple was a little comical. Yes, I will agree. I just think Edward and Bella and everybody but Rosalie and Esme in New Moon looked better. Even though all the Cullens were in it for like 2 minutes. It's my opinion. I'm entitled to it. And I'm right. Well, this was a failed experiment. Here we are. This is what we've got. So thank you for joining me on this failed experiment. Be better.